Now, Lagos State plans to raise the standard of qualitative education in a 3-day education summit organized with speakers from across the world on working to provide solutions to the current challenges at hand. CNBC Africa's Oluwatosin Olaseyinde spoke to Olayinka Oladuntoye. She is Lagos State's Commissioner for Education, and they discussed the outlook of education as a developmental tool. Take a look.
The prospect for education in Lagos State is to ensure that we have qualitative education. We have it already. What we want to do is to make it align with international best practices. And that is why today we have, from yesterday, we have a summit that is going on as we speak. The summit is aimed at looking at education in totality. First of all, we want to see how our teachers are doing, done an evaluation, and see ways and means by which you can improve their capacity. Secondly, we want to see our classroom itself. Do we have enough instructional materials? Are the materials we have, are they okay for the students? We're looking at education from primary to tertiary institutions. So it's a total evaluation that we're doing. Apart from capacity building for our teachers, we're looking at our infrastructure. The infrastructure that we have, do we have enough? What plans do we have to build more? In addition, how about our ICT facilities? Are they enough? Is it adequate? What more can we do to ensure that ICT education has enough synergy? In addition to that also, we're looking at education as, okay, what can we do to ensure that it is okay? And that's why we have people from all over the world, from Canada, from the UK, from India, to come and talk to us and see how we can drive education in Lagos State to align with international best practices that we're talking about.
Great. Now you've spoken about all the steps and how you've learned of how to align the education system in Lagos State to be with that of other international countries. Is there any timeline, any targets as to how these goals will be achieved?
Well, the communique is about to be rolled out. Once the communique is rolled out, we look at the time frame. It's only then that we can, we're going to do them in phases anyway, but then it's only after we see the communique, see how well we can do it, in line with the resources that we have, both human and financial, that we can say, okay. But of course, we're looking at this end of this administration. You know, we have 2 years into the administration, so we have 2 years left. So within the 2 years that we have, what can we do? That's the first phase of the targets.
Now, speaking about curriculum, Nigeria has a high unemployment rate, and most people say that the graduates do not have the right set of skills coming out of educational institutions. What has been done to avert the situation?
What we're doing in Lagos State consciously is to drive entrepreneurship. We believe that those students, when they come out, they should be able to fit into the world of work to ensure that the kind of skills that they have is aligned with what we need in the country, especially in terms of technology. So what we're doing is to ensure that you can work with your hand. These are non-formal education. So we're looking at areas where we can drive non-formal education as against formal education that we're thinking about. What can you do with your hands rather than really what can you do with your heads? Because your heads and hands must work together. So we're diversifying in Lagos State. We're looking at how we can drive entrepreneurship. And I think once we can do this, we can drive technology by this means. There'll be economic prosperity. We have more people working. And in Lagos State, we have not only for junior secondary schools, we have graduate skills, graduate schemes that has been designed for. Even if you're a graduate, you can come into a Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board and still learn skills that will make you fit to the world of work.
About the vocational skills, what has been the success rate so far?
Oh, a lot. We have a lot of partnership with Niger Rights, with Coca-Cola, with Julius Berger, with Niger Doc. They're all kidding because they believe in us. And they say that we are a responsive government. They know, they've keyed into our vision. They know where we're going. So in all our schools, we have intervention in different areas, how to do the roofing, how to build structure, how to do joinery. And interestingly, most of them, when they go out, most of our students, when they go out to do their ICT, they hardly come back because they already have jobs waiting for them.